Hi, I'm Shana Jimenez. I'm a certified group exercise instructor and personal trainer. I'm certified through the American Council on Exercise. I've been in the fitness field for the past 8 years, and I've worked specifically with older adults in strength and flexibility as a means of balance and maintaining independence. I'm inviting you to join me in a gentle stretching program designed specifically with the older adult in mind. All stretches can be done sitting or standing, so you'll want to have a good sturdy chair with no arms, and you may also want to have a nice stretching strap or a hand towel right next by. You should check with your doctor before starting this or any other exercise program. Stay in a pain-free range, have fun, let's stretch. Let's start by stretching our feet. Let's go ahead and just wiggle out the toes. Here's some little crackling and popping going on. Oh, it should feel good on the toes. Now let's go ahead and put the feet flat on the floor as best you can and roll up onto your tippy toes. Oh yeah, nice stretch through the front of the feet, the top of the feet, all the way up the front of the shins. Good, let's go ahead and relax the heels back down. Now this time, spread your toes into the floor a little bit. See if you can spread them out nice and wide, and then come back up onto the tippy toes. Feel that stretch just a little bit deeper in between the toes. Our feet get kind of tight when they're bound up in shoes all day, so give them a nice stretch. Good, let's go ahead and bring the heels back down. Let's just lift the feet up just a touch, and I want you to this time flex the feet or bring your toes towards you. Good. And now go ahead and point both feet, reaching the toes towards the floor. And let's do that again. Go ahead and flex the feet, bringing the toes towards you. And point. Now remember, you're staying in your pain-free range. Let's do that one more time. So it doesn't have to be a huge stretch. It can be kind of small. Do what feels good to you. Now let's go ahead and point these feet one more time. Feel the ankles get a little warmer as we get some circulation going down to those feet. Now let's relax the feet. Now I'm going to take you through some ankle rolls, but here's your safety precaution. If you have a hip replacement, please don't do this. We're just going to roll the ankles around. It's nice and smooth, nice and easy, little circles. And now change direction. You hear any crackling or popping going on in those ankles? Good. Let's go ahead and plant the feet back on the floor. They're about hip width apart here. Let's work into the hands for just a moment. So go ahead and just bring the hands up, wiggle out the fingers. Feel comfortable, so you don't have to stress by bringing the arms up. Just feel nice and comfortable. And then close the hands loosely. And let's stretch the fingers open and get a loose close and a big stretch open. And again, loose close and a big stretch. One more time. Close and open. Now go ahead and roll these wrists around. Oh, working on every little joint from the fingers to the wrists. We've got the toes, we did the ankles. Let's change direction. Shoulders are relaxed here. And now let's relax the arms back down to our sides. Let's do one more for the wrists and the hands. So I'd like for you to just bring your hands up, flexing at the wrists, and then bend at the wrist. Fingers point towards the floor. And let's do that again. Lifting the fingers towards the ceiling, and bending at the wrist, pointing towards the floor. Go ahead and roll out those wrists one more time. let's hang our arms at our sides. Let's work on our posture. So remember that string we've got in the top of our head. I want you to make sure it's still there, stick it to the ceiling, and pull yourself up nice and tall. Let's shrug our shoulders back and down so you feel just a slight anchoring or a tug in between the shoulder blades, pulling those blades down. Let's get just a little tiny tuck of the pelvis so the abdominals are turned on, and we've already got our feet about hip width apart. Let's relax through the belly. In fact, put your hand on the belly. Let's work on some breathing. Just inhaling into the belly and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice and smooth. Feel the movement of the belly beneath the hand as you maintain the length in your spine. Now let's work on making this breath just a little bit deeper. So this time inhale, find that big belly. Now inhale just a little bit deeper. And let's exhale nice and deep. Get all that air out. Let's do that once more. Inhaling into the belly, full expansion, get some breath in there, a little more, even a little bit more. And now exhaling, letting it all go. Let's bring our arm back down to our side. See if you can maintain that nice flow of deep breath, because that's what yoga is all about, is breathing and moving and mindfulness. So as we're being mindful, just take a moment as you're breathing, sitting in posture, and feel the floor beneath the feet. Feel your feet flat on that floor. You want to wiggle your toes out a little bit, spread them into the floor. Let's feel the seat beneath us. Get a real sense for what's going on underneath you. Let's get back into that spine, feel it nice and long. Still breathing. Now let's add a little bit of movement to this breath. So take another big breath in. Now as you exhale, let's turn and look over our left shoulder. Stay right here with the stretch for just a moment as you take another breath in. Now as you exhale, gently come back to center. Let that breath go. Let's take another inhale. And now exhale, turning, looking over the right shoulder. Remember that pain-free range. So this should not hurt. This should feel good. Now on your next exhale, I'd like for you to turn that head and come back to center. Nice and smooth. Let's do that once more. So inhale. Exhale, looking over the shoulder to the left. Feel the exhale release. Take another breath. Exhale, come back to center. Let's pause for the in-breath. Exhaling, looking over the right shoulder. Let the breath go completely. Let's take one more breath in. And on the exhale, come back to center. Let's change direction with this next stretch. Inhale first. Exhale, bringing left ear to left shoulder. Shoulders stay heavy and relaxed. So notice we haven't brought them up here. They're still down to our sides, anchored beneath us. Take another deep breath in. Nice big exhale, just relaxing through the neck in that pain-free range. On your next inhale, I'd like for you to come back up to center. Deep exhale. Let's breathe in. This time exhaling, right ear to right shoulder. Again, shoulders are heavy. Sometimes people want to pull the shoulders up because their neck hurts to go into this stretch. So if you find that you want to do that, come up a little bit. Don't go over so far in the stretch. Let's take another breath in. On your exhale, here we come, right back up to center. Let's do that once more on each side. So inhale, long neck, long spine. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Again, pain-free range. Make this only as large or as small as it needs to be for you. When you're ready for your in-breath, bring yourself right back up to center and complete with an exhale. Let's take another breath. Now exhaling right ear to right shoulder. Nice and relaxed. Nice and gentle. On your inhale, bringing yourself right back up to center. Pause for another breath. Now this time we're going to take our chin towards our chest. So let's start with another breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and just start to tuck this chin towards the chest, looking towards the floor, pain-free range. Let's take another breath in. Another breath out. Now on your in-breath, I'd like for you to imagine you've got a little mini string of pearls in that neck of yours, and just start to roll your head right back up on the in-breath. Nice and easy. Back to sitting tall. Let's try that once more. Inhale. Exhale, gently lowering down only to where you need to be with that neck. We've all got different histories with our neck, possible injuries or pains, so be very careful and mindful of your spine and your neck. Let's inhale. Nice deep breath out. Find that little string of pearls as you inhale and roll right back up, sitting tall. Good. Now this next one is a little bit tricky, so I need for you to pay close attention. We're going to take that string from the top of our head. I want you to put that string in your chin. So on your inhale, this is a tiny little move. We're going to inhale and lift that string just gently up towards the ceiling. So we're in full control of the neck. Notice we're not flopping our head backwards. We're just slightly lifting up. Now Gina deals with a neck injury, so I know she's being extra careful. So her motions may be a little bit different than mine. Let's take another breath in. Now on your exhale, we'll gently lower this chin right back down, nice and controlled. Let's do that once more, nice and easy. Inhaling, lifting the string in the chin up towards the ceiling. Rest for your exhale as you stay right here. Let's take one more breath. And now exhale, gently lowering the chin right back down to where it belongs. Great. Let's move into our shoulders. Let's go ahead and bring these shoulders up to our ears and then lower them down. Just let them glide right up and then glide right back down. See if you can feel that gliding motion. Stay with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do that once more. Inhale. And exhale. Now just some little shoulder rolls. So we're going to bring them up towards the ears, roll the shoulders back, down, and forward. And do that again, lifting up, roll back, press down, roll forward. One more time, lifting up, roll back, down, and gently forward. This time I'd like for you to do just a half of one, lifting up and roll back, anchor down, right back into our posture. Good. I like to call this next stretch the seatbelt stretch. It reminds me of putting on a seatbelt. So we're going to take our left hand to our right shoulder, right hand to left tricep. So we're just behind the elbow. So we're just going to gently guide this arm over our shoulder in a pain-free range. So inhale. Now as you exhale, I'm going to take this hand and just gently guide over my shoulder. Now I'm not pushing or forcing. I'm just guiding it in that direction. So this is pain-free and I'm stretching through this left shoulder here. Let's take one more breath. And now as you exhale, let's gently release this arm, lowering it back down to our sides. Let's do the same thing with the other arm. So we're bringing our right hand to our left shoulder, left hand to right tricep. Let's take another breath. On your exhale, gently guiding, just like you're reaching back to pat yourself on the back or to reach for your seatbelt in the car, which is a part of being healthy, is always making sure you buckle up. If you've ever seen a checklist to see how far you rate as far as health goes, or your real age type testing, it always asks you wear your seatbelt. So wear your seatbelt. Let's go ahead and release back down, arms to our sides. So we've gone through our toes, our fingers, our wrists, our neck, our shoulders. Let's work on our spine a bit. So find that string. It's back in the top of our head now, reaching for the ceiling. Let's inhale and lengthen nice and tall. See how tall you can get in that spine. Now as you exhale, relax those shoulders back and down again. Let's take another deep breath. Now this time holding on to the chair with your right hand, we're going to tip over to the left and just gently stretch through the side body so our spine is nice and tall. I like to think of our spine like a rainbow right here. If you look at a rainbow goes up and tips over. It doesn't hunch or anything like that. It's lifted and it tips. So let's inhale. Think about lifting through the top of your spine like a rainbow. Exhaling, just relaxing over. We're holding on securely to the side of our chair. Now on your inhale, I'd like for you to rainbow back up to center. Beautiful control. Let's do that to the other side. So hold on to the left side of your chair. Inhale that spine up nice and tall. Now as you exhale, we're going to rainbow over to the right. Good, nice and tall. Notice the chest is open, arm is dangling. And you can look towards this arm, look towards the floor if that's comfortable for your neck. Let's inhale, lengthen to that spine just like a rainbow. Exhale, relax into your stretch. Now on your next breath in, let's rainbow back up to center. Excellent. Let's try that one more time. So holding on to the right side, inhaling length into the spine, exhaling to rainbow over to the left, dangling that arm. Let's turn the head just slightly if that's pain-free, looking towards this left side. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, relaxing into the stretch. Now here we go again. Inhale, rainbow back up to the center. Pausing back into our posture. Here's our last time. So change hands, holding on to the left side of the chair. Inhaling nice and tall. Exhale, rainbow over to the side. Turning the head, looking to the right, looking towards the floor. Big breath in, long spine. Exhale, relaxing into your stretch. And now let's inhale and rainbow right back up to center. Excellent. Pause for just a moment before we move forward into more spine stretching. Let's go ahead and take this into a chest stretch, which actually is a nice spine stretch as well. So reach your arms around behind you, hold on to your chair. We're going to roll these shoulder blades together. Now that string that's been in the top of our head, we're going to move it again. So I'd like for you to put it in the chest bone. String is in the chest bone, stuck to the ceiling. So take that string and let it pull the chest upward. Notice that control. This is actually a little tiny back bend that we're doing. Great for the spine as long as you're doing it correctly. So really think about lifting that chest bone upward. Big breath. Exhale, just relax your shoulders, looking up at the ceiling. Now as you inhale, let's lead with the chest and come right back up to sitting tall. Great, let's try that one more time. Reach around behind you, find that string, stick it to the chest bone. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders down. Inhale, looking up towards the ceiling. And exhale, let's come right back into our neutral spine. Let's do one more for our spine. That would be a spinal rotation. So we're going to inhale again, always lengthening the spine as we inhale. Now as you exhale, I'd like for you to squeeze that belly tight to your spine. We're going to rotate around to the left at the waist. Hands come along our sides. We're looking over our shoulder to the left. Now while you're here, look out the corners of your eyes to your left. Take a big breath in and get tall in that spine. Exhale, relax into your stretch. Let's take another big breath, nice and tall. Now exhale as we unwind, belly to spine. We come back, eyes, neck, and spine. Let's go the other direction. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, tighten that belly. We're rotating at the waist around to the right. Hands come along our sides. Again, looking over our shoulder to the right. Looking out the corners of our eyes, lengthening the spine, relaxing as we exhale, and we are in a pain-free range, so you may make this much smaller or maybe yours is larger. Let's take another breath in, lengthening. And as you exhale, let's unwind, belly to spine. We come back with eyes, neck, and spine. Shall we try that one more time? It's such a great stretch. Let's do that again. So inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, firm the belly nice and tight, rotating at the waist around to the left. Hands come to our sides, looking over your shoulder and out the corners of your eyes. Let's inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax into your twist. Think of your spine like a spiral staircase going up the center of your body. One more breath in. And as we exhale, we slowly unwind, eyes, head, and spine. We'll do that once more to the other side. Inhaling first, lengthening. Exhale, belly to spine, rotating at the waist. Hands come along our sides, looking over our shoulder again. Look out the corners of those eyes. Nice opportunity to give them a stretch. We inhale and we're nice and tall. We exhale, we're relaxing into our stretch. One more breath in. Let's exhale and slowly unwind, eyes, head, and spine. Now I'd like to take you into some standing postures now. So what we'll do is Gina and I will stand up. We're going to move our chair to the side of our mat. So if you're sitting in your chair, you can move it over to the side and we'll show you how to still use your chair. So we're going to come up to our standing position and we're going to go ahead and take this chair right over to our side, being very mindful of how we move our chair. We're always working on our posture and our good body mechanics. So we've got our chair right alongside. We can still use it to hold on to for balance. Now we're going to work first with mountain posture, which is just a good standing posture. So our feet, for women, they're about hip width apart. Men generally are more comfortable standing shoulder width apart. So find your place, hip or shoulder width. Now spread those toes into the floor. You can hold onto your chair at all times. Soften your knees. And in fact, if you really take a moment and feel your body weight spread evenly throughout both soles of the feet, you'll notice those knees soften. So we're not standing on the heels backwards. We're not standing on one side. We're centered between both feet. Now we're still lengthening the spine. Shoulders are wrapped back and down. Feel the muscles in the back working to hold you upright, nice and tall. Let's take a big breath into that belly. Exhale, relaxing into your tall posture. Now we're going to try a little bit of a balancing stretch. This stretch will open up the back of the leg, the lower leg, the calf. So what we'll do is we're going to go bring our right foot forward, left foot comes back a little bit. Now our feet are not right in front or behind of each other. They're kind of off center a little bit. So it's kind of like we're walking a tightrope, a really wide tightrope or a balance beam. So I'd like for you to bend this right knee. Now I want you to have a look down at your toes. Make sure you can see your toes sticking out past your knees. If you can't, then I'd like for you to take a wider step back. We're feeling a stretch in the back of the left leg, right up through that calf muscle. Now we're working on balance here. So notice the balance that it takes to hold you in this position. Let's take a big breath. I'm going to change this just a little bit. So what I'd like for you to do is take this back leg, the left leg, and bend this knee just a little bit and tuck your tailbone. A little bit more balance required here. Nice stretch to open the hip. Strengthen this front leg. Now I'm going to have you find a little bit of power. So take this back foot and press it up to meet the front. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So step back with the right. We're bending the left knee. Take a moment to feel the balance between the feet. Make sure your body weight is still evenly distributed. You're holding onto your chair if you need to. Let's take a big breath. Now as you exhale, take that back knee and bend it just slightly. We're tucking the tailbone. So notice the difference. Tailbone untucked, tailbone tucked. You'll feel a big stretch up the front of this thigh. You're going to feel a lot of strength in this back leg as well. Maybe it's shaking just a little bit. That's okay. Just stay in control of it. Let's take a big breath in. Find that power. As you exhale, we're going to power this back leg up to meet the front. Good. Let's walk back just a little bit. So we're right alongside of our chair, right back into our tall, standing mountain posture. Let's take this right into a tree balancing posture. So we're going to go ahead and put all of our body weight onto our left leg. Now, take your right leg and just bring these toes in nice and close. So now we're balancing. We're in tree pose. We're going to take this right knee and just open it up just slightly. Don't want any cramping going on in the hips, so find that pain-free range. Now, tree pose is right here. You can stay right with this, toes on the floor, or you can actually slide that foot up just a little bit higher on the inside of the leg. A little bit more balance. Now, the key to a good balancing posture is to find something in front of you to stare at. So focus your eyes on something that's not moving. All right, let's go ahead and slide this foot back down. Feet are flat on the floor. I want you to transfer your body weight to that right foot, right leg. Let's go right into tree pose over here. So the left hip opens. We can start with the toes on the floor. Find something to stare at. Good. Now you can stay right here, or you can drag this foot up a little bit higher. Now I just want to caution you, make sure you're not pushing on your knee or your ankle joint. In fact, we're not pushing at all with this leg and this foot, we're just resting it here. Let's go ahead and take a breath in. Now as you exhale, let's go ahead and plant this foot back on the floor. Feet are back to hip to shoulder width apart. Nice control. Well, let's go ahead and take our chair, let's put it back on our mat. We're going to come back down and finish up with a nice final relaxation. So let's come back to sitting in our chair, right back to our good tall posture. It's always a tradition to finish a yoga class with a final relaxation. So I'd like for you to just take a few moments, relaxing comfortably in your chair. You can close your eyes if you'd like. You can sit on the floor if you'd like. And we're just going to follow the breath. So feel the breath come in through the nose, filling the lungs, feeling the belly expand, and then feel that breath come right back out through the belly, through the lungs, through the nose. Let's do that again. This time see if you can hear the breath coming into the body. Filling the lungs, expanding the belly, and then feel the breath release. Another nice relaxing breath in, just feeling it, hearing it. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the hips. Stay with that flow, almost like the waves of an ocean coming in, filling, and releasing. You've done an excellent job. I hope you feel relaxed, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.